Rocco Beatrice, Managing Director from Estate Street Partners. Steve Jobs' death is a tragedy. He was extremely meticulous in everything he did. He changed the world, and his financial planning proves how meticulous, how secretive that person is. That's something that you too can do. From my understanding is that Steve's assets are not going to go through probate, and there's likely not going to be any estate taxes. This particular type planning, the secrecy of what he did, we will never exactly know. A quick search on assets that Steve owned personally, we found that there's a couple of homes in California, a couple in Connecticut, but very little in terms of what is probatable and what's going to end up on the estate tax. His meticulous type planning, estate planning, is going to save the family somewhere around $2.5 to $3 billion. And the way that he structured his estate planning is, I think, far more important, is that he's going to be able to manage his wealth from his grave. He has given clear instruction through a series of trusts on how those assets are going to be managed. It doesn't appear that there's going to be any family squabbling because everyone has been included. We may get a glimpse in the future, perhaps, if there's any type of litigation by family members or creditors who think they should have gotten a piece of the wealth. But I don't think that we will be able to exactly know how Steve was meticulously planning for his exit from this world. This type of planning can be done by you. That is not for the super rich. Unlike Jacqueline Onassis, Sonny Bono, Farrah Fawcett, who didn't plan for their death, all of their personal assets became public information when they filed the will. Jacqueline Onassis, for example, extremely meticulous about her own privacy. Then we find out she has a will, and not only do we find out exactly what was in their will, there's better ways to get things done. And if you have an irrevocable trust with an independent trustee, it's very unlikely that anyone will ever know exactly what is in those trusts and how it's going to be distributed. The whole reason for estate planning, exactly that. Planning for your estate, planning for how you're going to manage your assets long after you're gone through fiduciaries, people that have the interest of the beneficiary, your family members, in providing incentives. The only thing that I would have recommended to Steve, had he been my client, is to set up a family office. A family office is a hub where fiduciaries are going to manage the money for future heirs. They have other professionals. They manage the families. The family needs, they oversee the functions of accounting, taxation, investments, legal requirements, all family members, so everyone gets discreetly taken care of. The family office is the hub. It was created basically by John D. Rockefeller and some of his followers into managing these huge amounts of wealth for future generations. Again, sorry to hear about Steve's death, but bravo on his estate planning. This is something that we can do for you as well.